Shalom. This is White Raptor News Ministries. How's everybody doing? All praise and glory to the mighty Most High, our Creator, who is one God. There is none like Him. To the left, none to the right, and absolutely none that are sitting on the right hand of authority. Blessings to you, the children of Israel. We're here at Genesis chapter 5, and we're going into a little bit of the genealogy of the accounts of Adam's family, starting at 1. This is the written accounts of Adam's family line when God was created. Okay, the first thing that we got to ask here, man, boom. Which Adam is it? Right? Okay, because what have I been telling you? There's two that were created. One was created on the 6th day of creation. The first man, Adam, was created in an image on the 6th day of creation. And then without the spirit on him, it's a soul inside of flesh without the spirit. And then the Lord created another man, and he breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and that man became a living being. So we always have to be aware when we're reading the Bible that we got two creations going on. So how do we figure out which one this is? Well, the next parable is the one that tells us. Okay? When God created mankind, also, okay, we all know this at this channel here. Add the sum of mankind comes to 66. Mankind was created on the 6th day. Okay, and what you got to understand, also, what's very important, when God created mankind, He made them in the likeness of God. He created them male and female. Okay, so what do we have here? We have male and female that are being created on the 6th day of creation. It's you. You are the ones that were created, a species, male and female. You are created the United Nations. You are created gang loads of you, male and female. Okay, you guys didn't have, this race here didn't have a spirit, the rib removed from the women, all right? They were created male and female. They were created beasts. These were created beasts. Mankind 3:16. This is how you identify. Mankind created on the 6 days who they're talking about. So when they're talking about the genealogy line of Adam, this Adam here that they're talking about is Satan. What? Did you just hear me say that? You damn straight you heard me say it, because anytime you're talking about this God here, you're talking about Elohim. And Elohim is multiple gods. Okay? He created them male and female, and he named them mankind. So male and female are both mankind when they were created. When Adam had lived 130 years, he had a son in his own likeness, in his own image, and he named him Seth. After Seth was born, Adam lived another 800 years. Okay, you've got to remember now. Okay, these are the names here, folks. Okay, we got to, and we'll throw Elohim in here too, because this is Elohim is mankind pretending to be the Lord. Okay, we got to always use discernment. Okay, lived another 800 years and had sons and daughters altogether. Adam lived a total of 930 years, and then he died. When Seth had lived 109 years, he became the father of Enosh. Seth lived another 807 years and had another sons and daughters. Altogether, Seth lived 912 years, and then he died. When Enosh had lived 90 years, notice what's happening here. Somebody answer me. Enosh lived 90 years. He became the father of Kenan. After he became the father of Kenan, Enosh lived 815 years, and then he died. What are we doing here? as with any story in a Bible, what they're doing right now is they're creating their characters. These are all the characters in the books right now that they're taking. So I know that the what's going on here is, when you're reading about all the names and everything like that, it's not really, delightful to live to well in, but you do hear all of the names that come later. And this is why it's important to try to keep the names in line so that you can understand the stories as they're going along. After he became the father of Kenan, Enosh lived 815 years and then he died. When Kenan, again, these are the names, keep your names, try to always remember the names and what's going on, had lived 70 years, he became the father of Mahalalel. After he became altogether, Kenan lived another a total of 910 years and then he died. And when Mahalalel lived 65 years, he became the father of Jared. So where they get the word jarhead. After he became the father of Jared, Mahalalel lived another 830 years and had sons and daughters. Altogether, Mahalalel lived in a total of 895 years and then he died. Okay? If you're going to read the Bible, folks, you got to read the Bible full. You got to get it all going on, all right? I'm going to jump, oops. Keep doing that. Let's go ahead and I'm going to draw up the second part of this. Okay, back up at 18. When Jared had lived 162 years, he became the father of Enoch, which is a big, a big name. Excuse me. After he became the father of Enoch, Jared lived another 800 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Jared lived another 962 years and then he died. When Enoch had lived 65 years, he became the father of Methuselah. Enoch walked faithfully with God 300 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Enoch lived 365 years. Enoch walked faithfully and then he was no more because God took him away. When Methuselah lived 887 years, he became the father of Lamech. After he became the father of Lamech, Methuselah lived 782 years and had other sons and daughters. Although Methuselah lived 969 years and then he died. Altogether, Methuselah lived 969 years and died. When Lamech had lived 182 years, he had a son, and he named him Noah. And he said, "He will comfort us in the labor and painful toil of our hands, caused by the ground the Lord has cursed." After Noah was born, Lamech lived 595 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Lamech lived 777 years, and then he died. After Noah was 500 years, he became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And then that's the bloodline. We go right into the story of Noah. So this is all perfect. But what's really strange about this? Okay? How long has everybody been here already? Okay, they're telling us that the New Testament Bible writings is only about 2,000 years old, about 2,200 years old or so now, somewhere right around there. So you have this New Testament writings, and this is the genealogy of the Old Testament writings. Then things aren't, they ain't meshing up. What's peculiar about all this, man? Huh? Look, they all fucking died, all of them. Every single one of them. He was no more. The only one who took up. And also, here, Enoch, okay? Enoch walked with the Lord, and you see Enoch walked faithfully and then was no more because God took him away. So they're placing Enoch on a higher plane than everybody else because Enoch walked faithfully with the Lord. Okay? And then we're going to get into down here, we're going to roll right into Noah's Ark because we're getting close to that. So we know that everybody has died, which makes the serpent a liar because he said that you will not surely die, that your eyes will be open and you become like gods. Okay? Rolling through all of this, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. It's really not important to know the amount of years that these people lived or anything. What is important is to remember all the names, to try to put all these names in order. That's what's important. Okay? You want to try to remember the names so you know the genealogy of what's going on. Alright? And then we got Jared as well. Alright? So try to remember these names and put them in names, because as we advance in the Bible, these names are going to be coming back up again, and we're going to be going over a little bit of history. And I will be honest with you, I don't know everything that's going on about these stories, okay? I know the creation story well, very well. But other parts of the Bible, they're like I said, this has been only 3 years for me since I've been studying, and I really don't know the true history of the wars, the battles, and all that stuff, how they took place. So I think it'll be a fun thing to go through. And going through a chapter like this really isn't that bad. It's pretty quick. It took me 11 minutes to go through a chapter, and probably about another 10 minutes to write all the stuff down. So 20 minutes here for a chapter, because I had already written the other stuff down earlier. So yeah, it takes about 5 minutes to write it down, each half, and then another 11 minutes to roll through it. All praise and glory to the mighty most high, our creator is one God. Blessings to you, the children of Israel. Bow your head and let's bow out. Lord, please place your spirit upon us so that we may find discernment and lead us. Let every step that we take be guided by your wonderful almighty power, your beautiful spirit. Let everybody know and wake them up and remind them, Lord, that there is a wrath and a judgment to be paid. But we look to you and you alone, who is one God. We love you and submit to you completely, totally, entirely, without reservation. We fall humbly before you and ask for you to pull us from the fire and save us after burning us for our iniquities. I ask all these things only in your almighty power, your wonderful presence, my Creator, a Spirit. This is White Raptor News Ministries.